All right.
Okay.
Okay, we're good to go. Right. Hello, Australia. This is Gereen. I'm from Canada. I am the Canadian plant-based liaison. I am the organizer for the plant-based treaty as well here in Edmonton, as well as Edmonton Animal Save, We the Free, Direct Action Everywhere. I'm always uncomfortable describing myself, but it's better that I didn't prepare for this. I actually only found out like 45 minutes ago that it was today and not tomorrow. So it's probably the best thing for me just to do it this way. Otherwise, I'll probably have a panic attack in the middle of the presentation, but right now I'm okay. So basically, I went vegan after I went down a rabbit hole. After learning about the death of Regan Russell. She was hit by a transport truck in Burlington, Ontario. And that once you go down that rabbit hole and you come back out a completely different person, you're changed forever. And I went vegan and I became active pretty much the same day. So yeah, my hobbies here, I have many different hobbies. I think my biggest hobby though is animal rights and doing as much as I can for the animals. Every once in a while I take some time for myself, but not too much these days. And always one quote from Regan Russell does stick with me, and it's the one that is, if I don't know if anything does any good, but I know that doing nothing does no good. So I had to try. So I'm good with that. Next slide, please.
Hi, everybody. It's so exciting to be a part of the Perth Vegan Expo. My name is Malaina Watts. I'm the U.S. liaison and a campaigner for the Plant-Based Treaty. I've been working with the Plant-Based Treaty since 2022, and I'm also a mentor with Animal Activism Mentorship since 2021. I'm deeply committed to animal rights, focusing on driving institutional change, championing plant-forward solutions, climate-friendly initiatives, and my work includes engaging in lobbying efforts, collecting endorsements, fostering team collaboration, documenting crucial information, presenting workshops and trainings, mentoring activists, and organizing impactful actions and protests. All this I do with the goal of creating a compassionate world for animals and the planet. I've been vegan since August of 2016, as well as an activist, and my hobbies include traveling and doing activism and spending time with like-minded people. We'd like to welcome you today to a presentation on the Plant-Based Treaty. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Plant-Based Treaty, the Plant-Based Treaty is a global campaign aligned with our Paris Agreement, putting food systems at the forefront of combating the climate crisis. It aims to achieve this by focusing on institutional change and halting the widespread degradation of critical ecosystems caused by animal agriculture, and to promote a shift towards healthier, sustainable plant-based diets. So the Plant-Based Treaty is made up of 3 core principles. The first one is the demand is relinquish, which is to stop using land any further for animal agriculture or factory farming. Demand 2 is to redirect. So to eliminate the problem, we're going to try to switch to a plant-based food system. And demand number 3 is to restore. So we'd like to restore our key ecosystems and reforest the earth by planting trees. Now, the Plant-Based Treaty has 5 core programs. They are collecting endorsements from individuals, our city program, our menu change and public education, advocacy and global climate talks, training and capacity building. We also collect endorsements from organizations and businesses, hospitals, any institution where we feel like we can make a change and gather enough signatures to push towards our cities endorsing this campaign. So the first thing I'd like to talk to everybody about today is our ultimate goal, which is the city campaign. While Plant-Based Treaty has several different parts of this campaign, our main goal is to get the cities to endorse this campaign and make plant-forward, animal-friendly, climate-friendly solutions. We're not necessarily asking them to go vegan or plant-based. We just want them to make some changes within their systems. So in order to get involved in a Plant-Based Treaty campaign, first we'd like to start you off with a welcome call where you can meet our educated team and meet some of our founders and learn about what works for you and what you're interested in the most. You are welcome to join a team or start one. There's some in, we're a global campaign, so we have many teams set up around the globe already. If there's not one in your area, then we welcome you to start one. You can partner with local activists and community members, and you can work towards collecting individual, business, organization endorsements. You can write to your politician. You can share the Plant-Based Treaty City campaign with the pre-written letters we have on social media to encourage your family and friends and community to send them. You can make a call to action urging your city council to endorse the Plant-Based Treaty. Here in the States, we have Board of Commissioner meetings where we're able to go and present whatever public issue that we'd like to have put on the docket, or have them listen to us on and provide information. And we also would like to encourage our council members to meet with our knowledgeable plant-based treaty team for a presentation to learn a little bit more. Now, for the city campaign, we don't expect you all to be lobbyists, and we don't expect you all to have the knowledge to go into council meetings and things like that right away. We're all still learning as well. So in order to help you with this, we have provided a WhatsApp where we have it broken down into every country. And some of them are broken down into smaller groups. In the United States, we have a special WhatsApp for New York City. And it's we have myself as well as my friend Ellen that I work closely with in the United States. And we help everybody get started with this campaign and help them with letters and editing and whatever you need to get started with this campaign. We offer welcome calls every Friday at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to try to accommodate people around the globe with whatever will work for you. And if there isn't a time between those two times that works for you, we are absolutely fine with finding a time that will work for you so we can help you. We do have a plant-based treaty website that has tons of useful information, that can get you started. And we also have a YouTube channel for plant-based treaty that has tons of useful videos and workshops. So we've so far had 26 cities around the globe endorse the plant-based treaty, which I think is super fantastic. It's very exciting. I live in the United States in the state of Florida, and Boynton Beach, Florida was the first one to endorse the plant-based treaty, which is very exciting. Our latest endorsement is from Amsterdam, and they endorsed in January 30th of this year. And so we're excited to welcome them aboard. And on the screen before you, you can see a couple of the other cities that have endorsed and some of the different things that they're implementing within their city to make better decisions for the climate and the animals. So we have Exmouth who endorsed and Lambeth who endorsed. We also have LA in the United States that endorsed. So in order to get to your city campaign and to get your city to be on board and endorse this campaign, we start at small steps. So we start with business and organization endorsements within the community to help build that pyramid to getting to the city, to show them that there is a need within the community, and there's an emergency and we're all caring about it, and we like them to make some changes. So I do a lot of endorsements with businesses and organizations. I like to call some of them low-hanging fruit because we are vegan. And so the restaurants that we go to frequently, they are welcome to endorse. We do go to Veg Fests and ask for endorsements from the vendors and individuals that attend and educate them on the plant-based treaty. You can do clothing retailers. You can get animal rights organizations, climate organizations, sanctuaries, animal rescues, plant-based health organizations, churches, bands, clubs. And what we offer to these organizations is the chance to have their name featured on our plant-based treaty website, along with a link to their page, so they can show that they're proud endorsers. We also ask them for a photo and a quote as to why they endorse the plant-based treaty. And we feature them on our worldwide social media pages. So that gives them another plug, so we can thank them for their endorsements. And any further collaborations are always welcome. We have partnered with VDog, who is a vegan dog food company, and they are since going to be putting our logo as well as our QR code to our webpage on their bags. We've also partnered with Odd Burger, who is going to be having our logo as well as our QR codes on their bags. And they're out of Canada. So it's another exciting thing that's going on. So on the screen I'm showing you now, these are some of the endorsements that I've collected personally. So as you can see, we've got the first one is an organization. We have a pizza place. We have an early learning center. Pro Animal Future is another animal rights organization. And then I've got a band who is, this band is actually pretty incredible. All their music, all their lyrics, and all their work is all about the environment and the animals. And they offer resources as well at their concerts. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then we've got the Vegan Vampire, who's just a clothing company, a sanctuary, and one that I'm super proud of, which is Solid Rock Community School, which is one of the only plant-based schools, I think, in the world. And it was really great to get their endorsement. While everybody in that school is not plant-based or vegan, everything that they serve at that school is vegan. I did have the opportunity to work there for a year in the cafeteria. And I thought it was a great way to outreach families and children and show them that you can have food that does not include any items from an animal that they can enjoy just as well. And it was exciting to see the children come back for seconds. So that was a really great endorsement that I'm really proud of. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to Gereen to tell you about our university's campaign. Go ahead,
All right.
Gereen.
Thanks, Malaina.
You're welcome.
All right, so this is probably the one that I've had the most experience with the plant-based treaty. I just was there today for around 5 hours. I think I first started out reaching out to the chefs of the university, and I found that to be really difficult on my own. I soon found out that it's way easier when you have students involved because I'm not a student. So with tabling, today we made a lot more connections with the students. I actually had students help with the tabling. So once you get the students or the sustainability departments or any other group within the universities to help you, the changes will start to happen faster. They've done that in Toronto. Toronto's had a lot of success up there with getting the students involved, the student groups. And they're getting cafeterias and other little restaurants within the universities to add more vegan options and to do milk by default or greener by default. So I think it took me a while to get there, but I think finally now with having the connections of having the students involved, it'll go a lot faster. And we also have templates as well to hand out to the chefs. So there's different months of the year that are more vegan friendly, let's say. So January, Veganuary, February, and this month, Earth Month, would be a perfect time to ask chefs to adopt a vegan diet for the month. So we've gone ahead and done that. Didn't get any responses, but you know, some people in Toronto did. So I'm in Hicktown, Alberta, so it's a little harder. They love their beef and they love their oil. So, but we tried. Next slide, I'm good. Hospitals, yeah. I haven't myself done any hospitals here in Alberta. But Eric Adams, he's an amazing mayor out in New York, and he's turned all 11 of his hospitals in New York plant-based. So they're basically greener by default, I think is the system he's used out there. And he's gone ahead and introduced Meatless Mondays and other departments of like in education. I think they're plant-based schools. It's incredible what he's done for New York City. I think Ellen Dent is in New York, so she's got a lot of experience with him.
Yeah, and this is a great picture here because this is when they were in New York. They plant-based treaty went out there and fed a bunch of the community with plant-based meals, and Mayor Eric Adams gave us an award for he said, "I'm pleased to commend Plant-Based Treaty for its efforts to forge a healthful, equitable, and sustainable New York City." So we commend Mayor Eric Adams for his plant-based by default in 11 hospitals and for pushing plant-based menus. So it's incredible. We'd love to model it after that. Early education, Gereen.
All right. So I think what I find with both the hospitals and with early education is it's always better when you know somebody that works in that area to help you work it into their menu plan. If you can't do that, then it's better to find the actual company that serves the food to try and see what they have as vegan options. That way, when the hospital says it's not my department, we have to deal with the food company, then you can go back to the food company and say, well, we have some vegan options for you. So it's kind of a circular thing. You'll go around in circles for a bit. Eventually, you'll find the right person. It's different everywhere. But working with parents are great, though. I have one parent now who is teaching a little vegan course to her students and to her child as well, and her little one's involved with it. And so getting it into early education is really important because the children then realize that the power is in their hands as well, and they have the ability to make change. And that's what they're finding out in the school that we're teaching at. They had great results with the program that she was teaching. So yeah, that's good. That's all I got there. Thanks, Malaina.
You're welcome. So how about menu change, Gereen? You want to tell them about all the cool things that you had going on with your foie gras?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We were quite surprised. Thank you, Malaina. We were quite surprised. We started off with just a cold calling campaign and emailing to ask them to drop the foie gras, because that's a big campaign in America right now with AAM. And after a week of cold calling, they decided to drop foie gras and octopus, and they replaced it with a potato croquette. So that was
fantastic.
quite impressive. Yeah. And because institutional change doesn't have to be within the universities, and it doesn't have to be in hospitals. It can be in the restaurants themselves, right? So that's where I started.
Absolutely. And yeah, Plant-Based Treaty also has a campaign, if you're not familiar with it. Nueva Pescanova is a company that would like to farm octopus out in the Canary Islands. And so Plant-Based Treaty is running a campaign to try to stop this. We had recently, we had friends in the state of Washington that got a ban on the farming of octopus. So we've been supporting that through the Plant-Based Treaty as well, and trying to get this farming to stop in the Canary Islands. So we're hoping that if anybody is interested, please go to the site, plantbasedtreaty.org. There is a petition on there to stop this farming of octopus in the Canary Islands. We'd really appreciate the help on that.
Absolutely.
Okay, in sports.
Sports, well, I think the only thing I could say about sports is show them the game changers. That's I've never had any difficulty when it comes to telling someone who's into athletics to go vegan after they've watched the game changers. Once they see that, it's a no-brainer. I don't know anyone personally that has gone vegan as an athlete, but Mark has. That's so I'm not going to speak too much on that. Do you have anything to say about the athletes, Malaina?
Yeah, I mean, we do have athletes that are plant-based. We have, we would like to get their endorsements as well. Like I said, all endorsements collectively are leading to pushing our governments into signing in these treaties and making changes that our planet does need. So we do welcome celebrity endorsements, athletic endorsements, endorsements of any kind. And it also is a great way, segue for other athletes to get on board with this campaign and to influence, more people to get involved. So thank you very much, Gereen.
Sure.
So here we've featured just a couple of photos from some of our activism that we've done through Plant-Based Treaty. We've done some tabling. I have a picture with my students. I'm working with the university right now with a group called SPEAK, which stands for Students Protecting the Environment and Animals Through Knowledge. They have, since I've been working with them, they've been tabling at their college campus every Tuesday. It's a freedom of speech campus. So they're able to do that out there. They have made a call to action to the city of Tampa for an endorsement of the Plant-Based Treaty. And they've also been working with local climate groups to help move them towards plant-based foods, because we know a lot of them aren't working towards that. And we're getting ready right now to do an Earth Day March. And we're also getting ready to draft a letter to their cafeteria to encourage them to add more plant-based options, especially for Earth Month. We have a couple of pictures of Gereen doing some tabling. Through Plant-Based Treaty, we do a lot of tabling, we do marches, we do chalking events. There's so many things that are available for anybody to do. We have a picture of our marketing director, Adrian, here. She's holding up a board with the plant-based dogs and cats companion animal guide that we can use to scan. And like I said, we partnered with VDog, so we do giveaways on that route as well. And we have some of our lovely ladies with all of our amazing merchandise down here. And then Gereen's done a couple of fun things as well, if you want to talk about those.
Again, tabling, food giveaways are always a big one with Plant-Based Treaty, and marches, Earth Day marches last year with the Plant-Based Treaty and food giveaways always brings in a crowd. So especially the non-vegans, they'll come in more, and you can talk to them a lot more when you've got food in their mouth. So, so
I'm
that's
sure
awesome.
everybody knows that the vegan food is incredible. I wish I was there at the Veg Fest today to enjoy some of it. I hope you're all enjoying some for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay. So that all being said, we have a campaign hub. There's plenty of resources. I know it may sound intimidating to approach your governments, but you're not alone. We do have an incredible team. And like I said, we're all around the world, and we all have different niches that we're all really good at. So I look to some of our people who have done more, they call them depositions, calls to action to our government. And I look to them for some guidance on when I'm presenting. So for you, if you'd like, there's toolkits we can offer. We can send you out vegan starter kits. We have our own. We have these great trifold brochures that have a poster on the middle. On the other side, it tells you how to get involved. We have QR codes people can scan to get involved. We have online resources you can look up. We have a Safe and Just report, which is an incredible guide that we presented at COP28. There's position papers, there's playbooks on everything from early education, healthcare, sports, and athletics. These playbooks were all put together by people who are already working on these campaigns. So there's a lot of really great stuff in there that you can use. We also offer downloads on our website for posters and banners, social media graphics, and anything that you can think of. And we also have a great department where we can create any graphic that you would like to have created. So that's also really great. So since our inception, our launch date in August 31st of 2021, these are our stats as of 2024. We've had 135,000 individuals, 1,300 NGOs, 1,650 businesses, 1,000 counselors, and 26 cities endorsed. So we're hoping that you'll join us and that you will make your city the next one to endorse. I know we don't have anybody currently in Western Australia, so we can definitely use a team out there. So in this presentation, well, it's short, we are giving a call to action. The climate crisis is escalating and urgent action is needed. We'd like you to join our plant-based treaty team so we can address the critical issues that animal agriculture is posing to our planet. And we think that together we are able to push for institutional change and a global agreement that recognizes the importance of shifting towards the plant-based diet. So as we said, I am the US liaison for the plant-based treaty. Gereen is the Canadian liaison for the plant-based treaty. And we are also mentors with an incredible group called Animal Activism Mentorship. This group is also a free group. They offer a 3-month free mentorship program. We are global. We have mentors all over the world. We were actually invited to do this Veg Fest by a lovely lady by the name of Emma, who works with us through AAM. And so with AAM, we offer educational workshops that are hosted live on YouTube several times a month. We also have in-person convergences and tours. We've had 13 so far all around the United States, and we've had people come in from other countries. We're hoping eventually to do one in Canada. So, and we also have podcasts where we interview inspiring animal rights activists across the globe as well. So if anybody would like to host a podcast or be a part of a podcast, you're more than welcome to. And we encourage any new activists to join our mentorship program so we can help get you active in different areas, which don't only include plant-based treaty. We can also get you active in anything from pressure campaigns, protests, lobbying, petitioning, whatever you're interested in. We can get you educated in and moving in. So AAM has a couple of different things that they have going on right now. We have just launched the AAM campaign, the plant milk social experiment. We have funding for anybody who would like to do anything dealing with the dairy industry. So we offer workshops. This is one that I did about plant-based treaty through animal activism mentorship. I've also found a lot of my new associates with the plant-based treaty through animal activism mentorship. So we've had 13 tours to date. This is the Tampa turnout, one that I've organized. We've been across the country several times. Last year, I did 3 cross-country road trips to Colorado and Portland, as well as our capital, Washington, D.C. And the way we fund these tours is we do fundraisers where we ask everybody to share them and collectively donate to them. And we use that money to fund the Airbnbs, the vans that we use, and the food that we provide to the activists. So we can make it easy for activists to come from anywhere they are and to miss time at work by providing all of this to them so they can make their stay a little easier and concentrate on doing work for the animals. And we usually always offer a variety of different events, and they're always child friendly and new activist friendly. So anybody's welcome to come on any of these tours that we do. And we also offer the podcast. Anything you want to say on AAM, Gereen?
I think the best thing is the amount of learning that's available when you join as a mentor or a mentee. However, I think the best part for me was the convergence. I can't get over the convergence. If you ever get the chance to go to one, you have to. Like I said, especially if Malaina or Shannon Blair is involved, you have to go. It's an experience you won't want to miss out on. But yeah, no, I think that's where I started before I started with the plant-based treaty. And now that's where I send everybody. When I'm with AAM, I send them over to the plant-based treaty as well. So it's a great place to start. So they're kind of both go hand in hand. No, but that's what I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have a lot of my mentees that I get to I bring them into plant-based treaty. And actually one of my mentees just yesterday started her own chapter. So it's pretty incredible. And she's already talked to her city council, and she's already had meat out day declared, which is one day where everybody supposedly supposed to stop eating meat. But her mayor did declare that day, and they're also going to push for more plant forward things in their community. So that's pretty awesome stuff. All right, trying to get to the next one. Sorry, friends, I'm trying to get to the next slide.
Oh, that's it. I think that's it, Malaina.
Oh, no, we have one more.
It's not showing 25.
Okay. Okay, well, I apologize, everyone. I think we're getting closer to our time. We did have one more slide on here, but for some reason it's not wanting to come up. So that slide, should it come up, would tell you how to get in touch with us. Like I said, my name is Malaina Watts. I'm the U.S. liaison for the Plant-Based Treaty, as well as a mentor with Animal Activism Mentorship. And I would love to have you join us on the Plant-Based Treaty campaign from wherever you are. And you can reach me at Malaina at plantbasedtreaty.org. And you can also reach Gereen at plantbasedtreaty.org. And we'd be more than happy to help you get set up with any kind of activism that you'd like to do, whether it's with plant-based treaty or other. And you can find plant-based treaty at plantbasedtreaty.org, as well as animal activism mentorship at theanimalsneedyou.com or animalactivismmentorship.com.
Awesome.
So we thank you all for joining us today and listening to what we have to say. And I hope that that sparks a little bit of interest for you to get involved. We'd love to see some new cities. We need number 27. So hopefully you'll be working on that with us.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Malaina and Gereen from Plant Based Treaty. Does anyone have any questions for them before we let them go and go to sleep? No, we're all good? Fabulous.